So yeah, Fully Banter's back here again for another recap. So basically, we're basically just gonna talk about, you know, Spurs battling Arsenal's Arsenal bouncing back, and Fulham capitulates. Oh yeah, fun fact. Can you just give me a moment? Just trying to get my stuff ready, my resources. Okay, I'm gonna first talk about Spurs vs Southampton. Personally, I feel that like Southampton are trying to make a move to save themselves from relegation. I mean, against Manchester, they drew against Manchester United and now drew against Tottenham. Two big teams. I mean Tottenham. I mean, you know, they're pretty much Ball FC, so I wouldn't say much. Uh, that 90th minute goal by Ward-Prowse. I like the celebration. So yeah. Okay, so I should be sharing my screen right now. 1 second. So yeah, as you can see from the stats, you can clearly see that Southampton were the better team. Uh, it was just like the United match where they had more shots on targets, more possession. But this time, I feel like the stats are really tight. They're very tight. Southampton, you know, they just made 7 more passes. They had 2% more possession than Tottenham, but they managed to get in more shots and more shots on target. Both teams, it was a very entertaining match. Uh, and both teams managed to get three goals from it.
May I also mention the repercussions of this result? Tottenham, Tottenham in
Can
the
you put your
manager.
mouth closer to the mic? I can't hear you.
Bro, the mic is in my mouth, literally, quite literally. I'll try putting it off now.
But 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 you know what's really surprising to me is just, I mean, Tottenham fourth
Hello,
place.
hello, hello, hello.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Tottenham fourth place. The fourth place
Hello, hello,
with 12
hello.
goal
Is that better?
difference, and
Is
there
that better?
and yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, and they drew and conceded 3 goals, and they even dominate the game
Now, I need to
against
mention
bottom of the league.
a few things here.
Southampton only 23 points with 23 goal difference.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, but let's have a look at the lineups here. Southampton with the 4-4-2. Adams, Walcott, and Ward-Prowse. See here, Richarlison on the rate bowler, you know. But yeah, he went for but of course Conte.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you just say Richarlison underrated baller? The man with 0 goals in 0 goals in the league this season, and you're calling him underrated baller?
No, 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 no,
That's
no.
crazy.
Did you see? Did you even watch him with Brazil this season.
No, 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 no. I don't care. What's he doing in the Premier League? You can't gas him because of that one overhead, one bicycle kick he scored, and then he's like, yeah, I
No, no,
peace, I'm
no.
out.
He scored 3 goals in the tournament.
Scored a few goals in the World Cup. Where was he? Where was he in the quarterfinals when they got knocked out to thingy Croatia? Where was he? Exactly, man. You can't be doing that, man. Like I ain't allowing that. But he scored 0 goals in the league this season, and when it's most mattered for Tottenham, he hasn't turned up. And the same goes with Antonio Conte. Um, this man is the first to blame Spurs players, saying,
I
"Yeah,
mean,
yeah, this guy's a bottle
he's
job.
done some
He
shithousery,
he's a
but
bottle job." No, 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 wait. Antonio Conte needs to take some thingy, some stick and some criticism for how he's treated it, and it's the history of
yeah,
Tottenham. But this guy, you have to understand, you're the one who's picking this team every week. You're the one who's playing a 3-4-2-1 or 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2 every single down week. When that shit doesn't work with those immobile centre backs, Langley and Eric Diarrhea. How this man is still at Tottenham Hotspur, I will never get my head around. Christian Romero is the only good defender I rate. Getting red cards every
I
game.
mean,
He's a brutal player. But
Tot-
yeah,
Tottenham,
it's the history of the Tottenham.
but you can't really say that they're underperforming this season.
Yeah,
I
this is
mean,
bang average, man.
to be fair,
This is the limit of their
like,
players. This is the
yes, the
ability cap
limit.
of
They
Tottenham
managed to get
players.
top four.
Last
Top four
season,
is
yeah,
impressive. I mean, I find that very
uh,
impressive that they actually
yeah.
got top four, even when they're doing shit this
No,
season.
no,
You know,
no, 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 no.
they
Listen, you
have
have to understand.
you
Last
know, in the
season when
Champions
Tottenham,
League, they
last
lost to
season
AC
when they got
Milan.
last season when they got top four is because Arsenal bottled it last year. I mean, Arsenal had it, that they just bottled it. Arsenal did it Tottenham, and then Tottenham got Champions League football. So yeah, very it is what it is, man. But Tottenham, man, there's a limit cap. It's a limit cap. These players ain't good enough. Heung-min Son has been invisible this season. Harry Kane carrying the team, literally carrying them, and
Yes,
yeah, it's just a very shy team. Yeah.
he's probably having his best scoring season, his best scoring Premier League season that he's ever had. I mean,
I mean, depends if he keeps on scoring. If he keeps on scoring, then 100% will probably this will probably be his best scoring seasons. I mean, Kane, I swear he got about 20 goals in a few seasons ago. Yeah, so yeah, man, this not his season goals and shit, but one of his great is one of
I'm
his
not
best seasons.
okay. This
Yeah,
season, no, this season he's 100% having his best scoring season. Actually, no, he's not. Never mind.
yeah, he's
Never
not.
mind that. He's Harry Kane's had a lot of good scoring seasons. I'm not. He's been very consistent, but this year he's doing a lot better than he is. Uh, Last season he's got 21 goals in 28 matches and 2 assists, which I
Very
find
good.
really. Of course, that's very impressive.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is indeed.
But but the sad reality is he's probably not going to win a trophy at Tottenham.
Yeah,
And
speaking of trophies, I mean Harry Kane, man, he's been linked to Man United in the summer. Um, he's been linked to Man United this summer, but let me just say one thing: if he wants to win a trophy, he needs to leave Tottenham Hotspur.
yeah,
Whether he joins Man United, whether he joins I don't know Liverpool or any team, any club, he joins them. Other than without the name Tottenham Hotspur, I'm telling you, he will win a trophy.
you, you just have to 100% agree on that. But the thing is, he's 29 years old. But he could turn out like a Van Persie type player, always
God.
consistent and stuff. But he's 29 years old. Many
I
clubs,
see what you
they
mean.
may think that
Van
he's getting
Persie in his
old.
last season, his season at Man United, his first season at Man United. Yeah. I understand that,
What?
Van Persie, when he signed for Man United in 2013, when Man United won the Premier League. Yeah, he joined from Arsenal. Arsenal weren't winning a lot. They were trophyless. I swear they won a few years trophyless at Arsenal. And then wait, give me a second. Yeah, as I was saying, Gusco, yeah, he went. He Arsenal went a few years trophyless. He joined Man United. He joined Man United. He won the Premier League. He helped us. He carried us to the Premier League. Him and Wayne Rooney. And yeah, so if Kane could do that for Man United, I hope that he can do that. But we'll just have to see. In my opinion, I'd rather have Ozyman, the Napoli striker, as our centre forward next season. I mean, we all know Wout Weghorst is
Osimhen.
shite. I like to call him Wank Weghorst. Yeah, Ozyman,
From
Ozyman.
the like he's good at club and international level. I mean, if you actually look at the stats,
Is he
his
Nigerian? Is
stat.
he Nigerian in it?
No, no, I'm talking about Hurricane. I'm talking about Hurricane right now.
Oh,
But
oh,
Hurricane, his international and club stats are both, they're very consistent. But I think
yeah.
his England, his international stats are very impressive. This World Cup, he played 5 matches with, and he got 5 GA, 2 goals, 3 assists. Last World Cup 2018, 6 matches, 6 GA, 6 goals, 0 assists. World Cup qualifiers. I mean, that's literally That's literally like a farmers league for him to get gold. I mean, he literally got 12 goals in 8 matches with 2 assists. In and in this UEFA Euro, in the Euro, he got 4 goals in 7 matches, 0 assists. Actually, you know. Okay, let's look. Okay, I'm gonna look at Harry Maguire right now. Harry Maguire. Let's see this. Okay, this season he played 11 matches,
How we
zero
change the subject from
GA,
Harry Kane to Harry Maguire?
same first name. Uh, Last season 30 appearances, 1 goal, 0 assists. Season before that 2 goals, 1 assist. Season before that 1 goal, 1 assist.
Speaking of Ozyman and Harry Kane, as a Liverpool fan, which is well, yeah, if you're a Liverpool fan, who would you rather have, Ozyman or Harry Kane? I mean, it's highly unlikely you'll either play in the summer, but who would you rather have in your team and why?
Victor Osimhen.
Why?
He's a young player. He's a young player with insane stats in this area. But one thing you have to notice that is that Napoli, um, they can't be judged uh, at Serie A level. I mean, let's be honest. All the teams apart from Inter Milan,
Yeah.
actually, most of the teams in Serie A, they're either on the level of decent or good, and they're not consistent at it. I mean, you got AC Milan. Their prime was legendary. They have an insane amount of history, but they've never been consistent all throughout history. Of course, Real Madrid. I think they're probably the only ones who have, maybe Barcelona as well, but I
I
think
mean,
mostly Real Madrid.
it depends. No, it depends how you see Real Madrid's history. I mean, success as consistent because let's face it, in the last 10 years they had a dominance about where they won these 3 years in a row, and then they won it every other year, pretty much after that. But then consistent in terms of history. I mean, they probably went decades without the Champions League, and they won it for like a sustained period of time, and then they go a few decades without it, then they go on another sustained period of time where they win it. So yeah, it's consistent from some aspect, but yeah, you know what I mean. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
speaking
yeah, the reason I would choose Osimhen, just look at his stats. The bo- the young player, he, I
oh, you're
mean,
lagging a lot.
he's 24 years old. 24 years old. He's young. 23 matches. He's gotten 21 goals in 23 matches, plus 4 assists. I mean, if you actually think about that, that's just insane. That's mind blowing. Of course, you can't compare. You you can barely compare it to Erling Haaland's scoring stats this season. I mean, he's on a rampage. I mean, it was just like he was waiting for everyone to it was just like he was waiting for everyone to look at to look back at the Premier League, so then he could do what he wanted this season. 28 goals in 26 matches and 5 assists. You have to admit that's class. That that's you just can't argue with that, can you? Even for Dortmund, he's literally insane. He's literally a robot. He's from out of this world, like you could say.
Yeah, I agree. Speaking the next team, we're gonna move back. We're gonna move on to Arsenal, and the way they bounced back after getting knocked out in the Europa League to Sporting, they come back, and they
Imagine.
play and they beat Crystal Palace 4-1 at home. I mean, what a bounce back, Martinelli making up for the penalty miss of the goal. And yeah, that's the mentality of champions
To be fair, Crystal
at the
Palace
summit
have
of the
lost their
Premier League.
last. Have actually.
A place
Are
where
you seeing
the
this?
top most of the season. Yeah, seeing what?
No, no, no. Look, look here, look here.
Let's see. Go
Look,
here.
I'm sharing my screen right now.
Yeah, I can see it.
They've lost their last 4 games and drew one.
Crystal Palace in general, you have to understand that Crystal Palace, these men. Let me start, Hussein. Hussein, don't interrupt me. I need to talk about Crystal Palace. Hear me out. Crystal Palace haven't won a game, haven't won a single game in 2023. They haven't won a single game in 2023. Just deep that for a second. It's right now. It's March. We're slowly approaching. We're slowly approaching April, and they haven't won a single game in this calendar year. That's crazy. I mean, yeah. I'll make one point though. And Patrick Vieira, he had a and Crystal Palace they had a tough running of games. They played Arsenal, obviously. They played Arsenal away, City at home. They played United home and away. They played Liverpool at home, but they played, I believe, they went to Chelsea away. They played Brighton twice. They played, all these teams above them. Played Brentford as well. They played these teams above them, and they had a tough running of fixtures, and it wasn't looking good for them. But after this Arsenal game they played, they have a lot of what would you like to say? Not favorable matches. They have Leicester, they have West Ham. They have these matches where you'd expect chance. And so, in my opinion, Patrick Vieira's sacking might have been a bit harsh because this guy had a future at the club. He could have brought them success, sustained success, but they decided, now we don't. We're gonna snake him. I mean, and then I just need to talk about this. Who they brought back? They brought Roy Hodgson from his grave. He's like 75 years old, and they bring him back into management, which is so poor. Like, I don't know what they're thinking. Let the man retire, man. Let the guy rest. He's 75 years old. He devoted most of his life to football. Yeah, man. It's just yeah. Crystal Palace are just a confusing club. They're like Watford, managers, and then they bring in these confusing managers. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, we're gonna have to see what the future holds for Crystal Palace. Maybe they can stay up. Maybe they can stay down. Maybe they'll get relegated. We'll have to see. Maybe Roy Hodgson can keep them up. We'll have to see, man. But Crystal Palace have good enough players to stay in the Premier League. But yeah, we're gonna have to see. What are you doing? All right. So we're gonna talk about Arsenal instead now. And dearie me, wow, what a team Arsenal are. They, as I said, they lost to Sporting in the Europa League, and they got knocked out of that. And then they bounced back in the Premier League. They beat Crystal Palace 4-1 at home. I mean, but Kyle Saka, what a fucking player! He is so good, man. Oh my days, he is so good. I mean, he's one for the future, man. One for the future, and he could might as well just hand Arsenal the Premier League title himself. Two goals, two great goals as well. I watched the goals; they were very good goals. But look at that! Look at the gap at the top of the table now. Arsenal sitting top of the tree. What a number they're on as well. 69 points. Coming into match day 28, and they've got 10 more match days. Try and keep Manchester City out. Um, but yeah, man, can Arsenal win the league is a real question. I think they can, and I think they will. I don't see City. I mean, Arsenal, if they drop, they have tough fixtures. They got to go to away to they got to go away to Anfield. They got to go away to St James's Park. They got to go away to the. I think that's pretty much it. I think they played most of their tough fixtures. They had Chelsea at home. I mean, I don't really see anyone who'd class Chelsea as a tough game the way they've been playing this season. I think anyone would beat Chelsea. So, um, yeah, Arsenal, man. Yeah, I think they'll win the league, not comfortably, but I think they will win it. It'll go down to the wire, final day, in my opinion. Yeah,
My brother,
Arsenal win again. Saying what are your thoughts?
1 second. Wait, stop sharing the screen. The quality is a bit off.
All right, all right, all
Wait,
right. What do you have to say about
hey,
the game then?
so this game, right now from the stats, I can definitely see that Arsenal were the better team, 63% in possession, while Crystal Palace only 37%. You can
You're
definitely
you're
see
lagging. You're lagging a lot.
why. Okay, wait, am I
Your
slugging?
mic is cutting off.
It should not be doing that. Probably just you. Is it lagging now still? Okay, but what I really want to talk about is the gap between Aston Villa and Liverpool.
Yo,
It
chill,
seems
chill. Why
like
you why you changing the subject like this, bro? We're talking about Arsenal
no,
versus
no, sorry,
Palace.
sorry, sorry. Allow me. Okay, but okay, back to this. You can definitely see how Arsenal were even the Leicester team. But yeah, you can also see how they don't. If you go to lineups, uh, they did the usual 4-3-3 formation. Arsenal did. Saka with 2 goals, 2 fantastic goals, and what the hell is this lineup, man? 4-2-3-1, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like they're trying to do some. It's like they're trying to sacrifice the goalkeeper here. The amount of space that they just leave in the middle. I mean, like I could expect wingers just to come in from here.
Yeah, mate, you're waffling at this point, bro. Whatever.
Bro, you know I always
Which
waffle, but
Man United play 40.
you?
Man United play 43-1. I don't see us getting caught out like that.
What's you are facing Brighton in the semi-finals. I mean, they beat you at the start of the season, but I don't think they're gonna beat you again. I think, of course, they really scored Liverpool this season. 3-1 draw and then a 3-0 win and then 2-1 win in the FA Cup quarterfinals. I was in the shopping center during the time that the match was happening, but but yeah, I was in the shopping center during the time the match was happening, but but they were showing it on the TV, so I watched it from there. Also, okay. Well, Leicester City have also done the same. Leicester City have also done as bad as Crystal Palace. Okay, to be fair, that 1-1 draw against Brentford, impressive. They lost against Chelsea, obviously, you know Chelsea better team, but they lost against bottom of the league Southampton. Mate, I don't get that. They lost to Blackburn Rovers in the FA Cup fifth round. Nah, no way. Just uh, okay, I'm kind of okay. Blackburn Rovers, they're fifth. Yes, they are fifth in the championship right now, but Leicester is in the Premier League. Premier League team losing like that, I don't expect that. Okay, they they beat Tottenham 4-1. Can't believe that. Wait, Abdi, where do you go? Abdi, no way, you just tipped.
Yeah.
Were you here? You here?
Yeah, I am, man.
You were sitting on mic. It's like randomly breaking up. Like whenever you talk, it's like you're sounding like an old man, like a old man who's a pedophile.
What? What? Yeah. The
Don't
details are
ask,
too
but
crazy. I am. Anyways, Arsenal win, Palace lose, and the final match to talk about. Probably the craziest match of the weekend. Manchester United and Fulham. If you could please share your screen and show what happened and give us your thoughts first, and then I'll say my thoughts after.
bro, you seeing the shit on the squad.
Hello.
Okay,
You were saying,
anyways,
give your
uh,
thoughts on the Man United Fulham game.
you know
Share
we
your screen,
have
show the match,
halal
and
and haram homework due tomorrow.
what are you saying? Yo, hello. Boy, we're gonna talk about Man United Fulham match now. I'm gonna share your screen. We'll talk about it and then we'll go through it. Oh, wow, guy, bro just ditched me. I guess we're gonna have to talk about the Man United Fulham match some other time. Until then, safe, peace, ma salam,